Hello everyone, Fifon here. Today I'm going to tell you about 10 fin theories about Rick and Morty that make sense. We'll not delay, let's go. The reason for Rick's alcoholism. Rick's alcoholism is fueled by grief over the loss of his wife, a member of the Rick Citadel. Rick's return to alcohol may be to numb the pain of loss and deal with his grief. His erratic and aggressive behavior and emotional withdrawal may also be coping mechanisms used to avoid contact with his feelings. Rick's alcoholism may have been exacerbated by the fact that his wife was a member of the Citadel. Rick, feeling guilty or responsible for her death. This guilt and grief may have contributed to Rick's descent into alcoholism. The reason for Rick's heart. This theory suggests that Rick's adventures and experiments help him relive his past and deal with his mortality. Rick may be driven by a desire to feel alive and experience new and exciting things to take his mind off the fact that he is mortal. Rick's dangerous and reckless behavior may also be a way for him to feel alive and push the boundaries of his mortality. His constant need for adventure and excitement can help him cope with the monotony and routine of daily life and live on the edge to experience something unique and different. Because of the show's incredible events. The action takes place in the multiverse, and Rick's constant travel between dimensions and Hash is what causes strange and often dangerous events. This theory suggests that Rick's travels between dimensions are responsible for the bizarre and dangerous events of the show and the villains he and Morty encounter. It's also possible that Rick's travels between dimensions allow him access to advanced technology and knowledge that he uses to manipulate reality. This may explain the variety of life forms and events that Rick and Morty encounter, as they may be the result of Rick's tampering with other dimensions. The show happens in a simulation. The theory suggests that the show takes place in a simulated reality, and Rick is aware of this. Rick is able to manipulate the artificial world and break its rules because he knows it's not real. This may explain why Rick is often so reckless in his actions. Rick can manipulate the program and manipulate the outcome of events to his advantage. This may explain why Rick is able to break the rules of reality with an advanced level of control over simulated reality and its often positive results. Evil Morty is the real one. Toward the end of the first season, it turns out that the logic of Rick and Morty is largely built on the hypothesis of Hugh Everett's many-world interpretation. It turns out that there are infinitely many universes, as well as different Ricks and Mortys. And some further developments suggest that our Morty, whom we see most of the screen time, is not the first Morty our Rick has. For example, in Close Ricks, Sanchez cries when he sees his little grandson in his own memories. And in the episode Time to Swift, during a visit to the bird personality, Morty notices a photo of Rick and a small himself on the wall. But after all, we know that Sanchez was not in the family for 20 years, while Morty's age at the time of the events of the series was only 14. So, Rick was actually with him from birth. Not with the boy from C-137, but with the grandson from another dimension. What does Evil Morty have to do with this? Many fans believe that he was the first Morty of our Rick. Some are even convinced that the shot from the opening cutscene where Sanchez dives into the portal leaving his grandson to be eaten by green monsters is not just a fragment inserted for fun. After all, the creators themselves said that all the frames from the intro are canonical and have either already been in the episodes or will still appear. And it is likely that Rick really abandoned his grandson on an alien planet at a very dangerous moment and terribly regrets it. In fact, the first Morty survived, got angry, and decided to take revenge on his grandfather. Of course, it is not a fact that this was precisely the reason for the offense. For example, in the original universe, Rick could somehow hurt Beth or even kill her. Whether this is still impossible to say, although Evil Morty's motivation to become president of the Citadel fits very well into this theory. One thing is for sure, Rick is hiding something terrible. It is not for nothing that the scientist's catchphrase is wubba lubba dub dub, which, translated from the native language of the bird personality, means, I am in great pain, help me. Stop. Now there will be good advice. If all of a sudden, while you are going to school, hooligans get to the bottom of you and start beating you and taking your money, don't panic, because you have everything you need to finish it all. Just get it with Pocket Your Phone. Go to YouTube and turn on one of my vids. Believe me, they will all be too keen on watching my vids that you can calmly get up and pour pepper spray on them all. And considering that there are a lot of vids on my channel, there will be enough time to fill each of the hooligans. Oh no thank you, subscribe. Beth and Clone. Beth and Hash are both clones. Rick's daughter, Beth, is a clone of Rick's wife that he created after her death to deal with his grief and keep a part of her. After losing his wife, Rick may have been looking for someone to fill the void and provide him with emotional support and connection. By creating Beth, Rick may have been trying to make amends for his role in his life, death of his wife, and find a way to atone for his actions. Rick may have viewed Beth as a way to take control of his wife's legacy and ensure that part of her lives on through Beth. Rick's intelligence is unnatural. Rick's intelligence may not be entirely natural, but rather the result of using some kind of intelligence-enhancing substance or device. Rick may have access to technology or materials that allow him to increase his intelligence to superhuman levels, but it can have long-term side effects. This theory also suggests that the use of these substances or devices may have grim side effects such as alcoholism and emotional withdrawal. Rick's dependence on these substances or devices led to him becoming addicted, which exacerbated his negative personality traits and unhealthy behaviors. The show is set in a post-apocalyptic world. Rick and Morty's adventures are a way to escape from the grim reality of their world. The theory says that the action of the series takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where most of the population was destroyed by some kind of catastrophe. Rick and Morty's adventures can help them find a sense of purpose and meaning in their lives. Adventure is a way to feel alive and find hope in a world filled with despair. Spectators see only what they convince themselves. Rick is an alien. This theory suggests that Rick is not human, but an alien from another planet. Rick's extraordinary intelligence and technological abilities are the result of his alien physiology or the advanced technology available on his home planet. The fan theory could also explain Rick's ability to travel between dimensions and manipulate them. Rick's status as an alien also made him a target for harassment or discrimination, causing him to keep his true identity a secret and constantly on the move to avoid being discovered. Rick faces his demons of the past. Rick's reckless and irresponsible behavior is not just a way to take his mind off his problems, but rather a way to confront and overcome them. Rick's adventures and experiments can help him face his fears, doubts, and insecurities. Rick's emotional detachment and reckless behavior can help him defend yourself from re-experiencing and suppressing your traumatic experiences. Constantly pushing himself to the limit and taking on new challenges, Rick may be trying to find a way to move forward and heal from his past traumas. If you like this videos, don't forget to subscribe and like. I will be very grateful for the asset you showed under this videos. Just write in the comments which season of Rick and Morty is your favorite and why exactly. But that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Good luck and bye.